Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
If you have questions.
Geno, I know you've had a little time to reflect, look at tape and everything. What were some things you want to correct to get things going better?
Yeah, just take care of the football. I mean, that's the main thing that I saw from that game. I thought we played a good game on offense. I just think turnovers are obviously going to be a killer, and that hurt us in that game. But even with all that, we still had a chance to win at the end. So we have a really good team. Obviously, our record isn't what we want, but I feel good about us getting this thing going.
You feel a little better when you look at the tape and maybe the answers are right there. So it's not a big mystery.
No, I don't feel better at all.
I'm saying in terms of not
Yeah.
the loss, but in terms of the bounce back, like there's answers to why it happened.
No, yeah, I know what you mean. There's always things that are correctable, but I mean, you can't get those things back. That's just how life goes. Unfortunately, that's what happened in that game. But I'm still confident in my guys, still confident in myself, still confident in the trajectory of this season and where this team can go. So, I would wish, if you could look at things in hindsight. I mean, you always think of things you can get better at, but the reality is you got to make the plays when the plays are available. And so that's kind of how I look at it.
Geno, have you seen any commonalities between the interceptions that you've thrown?
Yeah, I mean, they all came out of my hand and ended up in the defense's hands. So those are the things that I've seen that are in common, and those are the things we got to correct.
You and Ashley connected the 2 touchdown passes on Sunday. Just how beneficial is it when you're able to get him involved in the passing game?
Yeah, I mean, we want to get Ashton involved any way we can. As you guys can see, as we've been saying all along, he's such a dynamic player. He's only, growing as he goes along, and I think we all are as an offense. But I think what he showed and displayed is what we've always seen from him. And if we can get him going in the passing game, that's great. We can hand it off to him and let him do his thing. That's great as well. Just always trying to get the ball in the hands of our playmakers, and he's one of those guys we got to get involved.
Geno, to that point, do you feel like the offense has to find a way to get Brock more involved too, more targets to Brock Bowers? And how could it look getting both of those guys going at the same time, Ashton and Brock?
Yeah, that's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. We want to see exactly what our offense can be when we play 4 quarters of committed football, of doing the right thing and just playing our style of football, playing our game. Getting Brock involved, getting Mike involved, getting all these guys involved, man. Just everybody can go out there and do their thing. Obviously, Ashton and Brock are, again, 2 of our leaders on offense and 2 guys that we really rely on. So we want to get them involved, and we want to get these things started, pretty fast here. So, we got to get rolling. We got to get rolling. And I think last week we made a step in the right direction, but we just got to keep, building this thing and making sure that when we get out there, we're executing to the highest of our abilities.
Watching the Colts on tape, obviously it's a team that doesn't have a whole lot of star power necessarily in terms of name recognition, but what are some things that you see from them that make them so successful?
Well, I see, first of all, man, I would say they got star power. When you look up front with DeForest Buckner and Grover, I think they're 2 of the better interior guys that we're going to see all year. With Latu and Kwity Paye, 2 first-round draft picks, guys who are developing like we all are, and they show a lot of explosion on tape. So things we got to account for. Zaire Franklin, middle linebacker, 150 tackles a year. He does this thing every single year. And then we know about Cameron Bynum in the back end, 2 proven corners with Travarius Ward and Xavier Howard. So they got guys all over the place, man. All those guys are capable and can make plays. It's about how we execute, though. We're going to see good teams every single week, and we're a good team. So we got to go out there and prove it. We got to go out there and execute, prove ourselves, and I feel really, really good about it.
Geno, you always talk about you being your toughest critic, and you're always going to be hard on yourself. How in game do you not think about the last play if it was a bad play? Just clear it.
Well, you gotta focus, man. It's not easy to do, but luckily for me, I've had a lot of obstacles that I've had to overcome in my life, and it's really always gave me great perspective. So anytime there's a mishap or a play that you wish you could have back, you really can't get it back. So you got to focus on the next play, and so that's what I do. I focus on being where my feet are, being here in the right now. Again, things outside of my control are the things that I can't get back. I got to focus on what I can control, and I feel like I do a pretty good job of that.
Every week we've asked you about the team you're going up against, like you just did. You really dive into like, hey, here's what I need to look out from this guy. Seems like you have a really good handle on personnel, probably more than other quarterbacks we've heard. I think is that part of your edge, like really diving into other guys you're going up against?
Yeah, I mean, I'm film junkie. I study a bunch of ball. I study these guys, as much as I can. I try to, devote all my time to this game and being the best quarterback I can be. I feel really bad about the turnovers, and I think some of it's been unlucky. But I do understand that that's a part of the process as well. And so for me, studying my opponent, you always gain that edge, but there's never enough. You can, to me, you can never watch enough film. So I try to study as much as I can.
As a leader, what's been your message to the team and getting the progressions going and keeping the process going into week and
Yeah, I think we got a great group of leaders on this team. Even when, again, when I'm in having a game like that where it's like, man, things aren't going right for me. You got Max, you got Jamal, you got Ashton, you got so many guys that are, just breathing life into me and giving me that positivity we need. And so on this team, as you know, with our head coach, we're always going to be upbeat. But we also have a great, locker room leadership. And all of the guys are just focusing on getting better week to week, you know what I mean, going out there and putting the best product out there for our fans. And so, for me, continue to be myself, continue to be the same guy every day. I think this is more now of a time to, really showcase who I am and go out there and really execute and find our way. And I think we got the right guys to do it.
What kind of adjustment is there, if any, with a new left tackle stepping in?
Those are things we have to figure out, man. Like as the game goes on, as we get through practice this week, just talking to Stone, what is he comfortable with? How can we help him? And then when we get into the game, the same thing. How does he feel out there? What is he comfortable with? And then how can we help him? But he's not out there alone. It's 11 guys on the field. He got 10 other guys with him that got to go out there and execute so he can execute. So we all just got to play our game, do our job to the best of our ability, and allow Stone to go out there and be himself.
You mentioned Ashton when you're talking about the different leaders on the team. Obviously, he's a young guy, but we see on the tape, after the interceptions, he's kind of talking to you and everything. What's his attitude like out on the field, and is it kind of rare in his attitude that he does have for a rookie?
I would say it's rare. He's super calm, man. Like super calm, super, collected. He's got a way about himself that nothing surprises him. He knows who he is. I think that's very important. He knows the type of player he is and what he can do. And he also, he has great leadership. I mean, again, when something goes bad, he's the first one to run up to him and be like, hey, man, next play. And that's something that, when you see a rookie doing that, he's not the only guy doing it, but, for him to be a rookie and to have that much poise, it speaks volume to who he is.
All good, guys? Thanks, Jennifer.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you.